Hey, Kieran, you ever hear of birefringence? Birefringence. Just doing a little research today. Birefringence. Let's get a Wikipedia definition. Birefringence. 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 Birefringence is the optical property of a material having a refractive index that depends on the polarization and propagation direction of light. These optically anisotropic materials are said to be birefringent or birefractive. The birefringence is often quantified as the maximum difference between the refractive indices exhibited by the material. Crystals with asymmetric crystal structures are often birefringent, as well as plastics. So, here's a little example of a crystal block. Okay, you got the light ray coming through, but there's two different planes. Okay, you got the plane that's parallel to your line of sight, which would be this little jobber here. And then you got the plane that's perpendicular, which would be this one. And so if a material, if a glass or a crystal is birefringent, it will split those two different polarizing light rays into two. So it's a displacement of light rays with perpendicular and polarization through a birefringent material. Here's an example of calcite crystal laid upon a graph paper with blue lines showing the double refraction. So it's a double refraction. So it just so happens that the Libyan desert glass that was found in Egypt, which is remnants of a shattering of the glass sky long ago, that there is weak birefringence found in the Libyan desert glass. This guy named Raman in 1950 drew attention to a different kind of birefringence which he first observed in Libyan desert glass. Under very strong illumination, full sunlight, Raman found weak birefringence, which followed a set of plane parallel layers in the glass. So, going back to my graphic here, true reasons of comet's tail and double rainbows, birefringence of the glass sky. So within the concave Earth, here's the sun. The sun is propagating its light. It's on a curve. Everything is moving on a curve within the Earth. Okay, when the sun ray passes through the glass, it's going to bend back up around, and it's going to hit the comet. So when we see a comet's tail, it splits like that. That is an example of birefringence. Whatever other stupid bullshit explanation they give you why a comet's tail happens, whether it's solar wind or whatever they say it is, I don't even know what they say it is. You can throw that out the double birefringent window. It's bullshit. Okay, birefringence is a piece of the Libyan desert glass here. Structural anisotropy revealed weak birefringence in Libyan desert glass. So, not only a comet's tail will show the result of the birefringent glass sky, but also the double rainbow. So if you have the sunlight going the other way, it's going to go through the glass sky. It's going to be projected onto the raindrops. The raindrops are not the source of the rainbow. It's just a projection screen, a reflective projection screen. Sometimes at different polarizing angles, you will see a faint double rainbow. That is a result of the birefringent glass sky. So there you go, people. Just another accurate explanation of why things happen the way they do. Double rainbows and comet's tails. The birefringent glass sky. Well, Just doing a little studying, a little research, and hey, wow, yeah, that makes sense. Another nail in the NASA coffin, exactly. You watched one of my videos today where you were talking about comets, and I was thinking about you were. Yeah. Synchronicity, man. Birefringence. The glass sky has weak birefringence to it. It splits at different polarizing angles. It will project a double image or a different image, a different color, because it has a different index of refraction, like the comet's tail, and a blue and a red. Different indexes of refraction due to the polarization of the propagation of light going through the birefringent glass sky. You know, the double rainbow, sometimes at specific angles of polarization, you will see the faint birefringence of the double rainbow. You're thinking more along the lines of how meteors and comets fly around there. I can have across a discussion on Wild Heretic's website about it as well. Synchronicity mix. Yeah, man. So I just posted this on my webpage, my Facebook group, and I'm going to make a YouTube video of my explanation right now. So I just wanted to... You'll be on the video too. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. So I'll be right back. Oh no.
He have to say about what he observed.
Okay, his YouTube name is Grim Wolf, and he had some naysayers, of course.
Grim Wolf.
And here's what he had to say to them. He said he didn't only see this through the camera, but he saw it with his own eyes. And he says,
of course you saw it with your own eyes. It's a birefringent projection of the glass sky. You're seeing the sun through a birefringent projection. That's all it is, guys. So no more Nibiru, no more conspiracy wackiness. It's just simple optics. That's all it is. Simple optics. The truth. You are living in the earth and there's a glass sky. Libyan desert glass. Tektites have birefringence to them. Tektites are a mystery to scientists. A mystery. They don't accept the fact that there's a glass sky. It's all right there, guys. Moissanites. Moissanites are found in meteorites. They're pieces of glass. They have birefringence to them too. Duh. So there you go. All these double sun wacko conspiracy videos. Look at that. See that right there? That redness shift to it? That's a birefringent projection of the sun. Same thing with the comet's tail. It's birefringence. Get used to it. This is going to revolutionize the world. People are going to start taking me seriously now. NASA's complete bullshit. Conventional science, conventional cosmology is all bullshit. It's all bullshit, guys. The Earth is concave. The universe is tiny. The planets. Earth is not a planet. Earth houses all the planets. The planets are tiny. The sun and the moon are tiny. It's all orbiting. The Earth is stationary too. There's no spin to the Earth. Welcome to the real world. Welcome. Welcome to the red pill revolution. That's what it is. Birefringence of the glass sky and the concave Earth. That's why you see double suns. Sorry, Pete Santilli, you're wrong.
that's what he had to say to them. And he had some naysayers.
About what he observed.
Okay, his...
There. Birefringent projection. That's all it is. I'll get that up there. Birefringent projection. At different angles. See, you're not going to see the double sun all the time, right? It's only at different angles of polarization. Birefringence, okay? Here's a graph of it. Pull that up. The light is going through at two different planes, okay? You got a plane that's parallel to your line of sight, which would be this one right there. And then you got a line that's perpendicular, going like that. Okay? Displacement of light rays. They call it the ordinary and the extraordinary. Okay? The ordinary projection is what you normally see if there's no birefringence. The extraordinary one is a refraction. It bends it more. Birefringence. This is science, guys. Optics, truth, tangible evidence. There's a glass sky. Tangible evidence you're living in the earth, not stationary. Everything is scientifically confirmed. It's nothing to do with religion. This is science. This is optics. This is truth. Truth. See, the sunlight bends around inside of the earth. You're living in the earth. This is concave earth. Okay? Get a bigger picture of that. Sunlight bends around the inside of the earth, goes through the glass, and it projects onto the ground. It's a piece of calcite. You see the double blue lines of the graph paper? That's because this piece of calcite has birefringence to it. If you turn that calcite 90 degrees, sometimes you won't see that double image. You'll just see one. Wake up, people. People are waking up. Join my Facebook group. Start understanding. Because things are going to happen real quick now. Things are going to be revealed. It's going to be like this big revolution. Get ready. Don't be the last to know. The double sun, same thing. The double sun only happens at different times, not all the time. The sunlight has to be hitting the clouds. The clouds is just a screen. It's just a projection screen. It's not the source of the rainbow. The sunlight has to be hitting the clouds at a specific angle for the weak birefringence to happen, the weak secondary rainbow to formulate. Comprende? It's easy. It's easy. It's easy to understand, guys. Very, very easy to understand. Birefringence. Get used to that word. That word's going to revolutionize the world. Birefringence. 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 Okay, continuing on with my series of birefringence of the glass sky and the concave earth. I want to talk more about quadruple rainbows. There's actually two sets of double rainbows. Previously I told you that double rainbows were a result of the birefringence, but it's actually the shifted set of the double rainbow that is the actual birefringence of the glass sky. The glass sky has been found to have birefringence in it by taking samples of the Libyan desert glass, which are remnants of a shattered glass sky that happened long ago in Egypt, the Libyan desert in Egypt. A guy called Rahman, back in 1950, he found that it has weak birefringence. Now, birefringence, as I mentioned before, is when the light ray goes through a crystal or glass medium, and it splits. Okay, it has the ordinary ray, and then it has this extraordinary ray. They call it an ordinary and an extraordinary. The ordinary ray is going parallel. I'm sorry, it's going perpendicular to the axis. And then the extraordinary is going slightly parallel, not quite parallel, but almost. And so that's what causes the shift. You'll notice here in the quadruple rainbow, there are 4 bows, okay? You have the ordinary bow and the other secondary part of the ordinary bow, and then you have the extraordinary bow and the secondary part of the extraordinary bow. And what I believe is that the ordinary bow, the glass sky, because it has a top and a bottom surface to it, it actually casts at certain angles. It casts 2 bows. Normally, you only see the main rainbow. However, sometimes at different angles of sunlight, it's projected onto the water vapor in the sky. The water vapor is not the source of the rainbow. It's the actual white light of the sun being dispersed through the glass sky. It's breaking up into the spectrum. That's why it's bowed in the first place. It's actually more correctly called a sun bow, not really a rainbow. It's just like if you hold a flashlight to water vapor, or you hold a flashlight to a white wall. Okay? The wall is not creating the rainbow. It's actually the light, the dispersed light of the lens of the flashlight. So the lens in the sky is dispersing the light. It's casting it onto the reflective water vapor. So that's why we have rainbows. The rainbows were created after the flood. Genesis 9:13 says, when you see the rainbow, it's a promise that the earth won't be flooded again, because the rainbow is a result of the glass sky, which compressed the atmosphere and pushed the waters down. It's all scientific. This has been suppressed big time, and now it's finally being out in the open. Now it's so easy to understand. Okay? Birefringence. Birefringence of the glass sky. So, with this quadruple rainbow, you have the ordinary bow and the extraordinary bow. They're shifted like that. It's all science. It's all science, folks. This information will be disseminated, and it will not be suppressed for very much longer. This is time for the revolution. The concave glass sky, Lord Stephen Christ revolution. If you want to deny it, if you want to continue to think I'm batshit crazy, you go right ahead, because there's plenty of people that are catching on. And pretty soon, you people who deny me, who suppress me, you're going to be in a minority. This is about the existence of the true nature of the universe, the true form of the universe, that God is real, that I'm Christ, and I'm here to set up the kingdom. The glass sky, a nail in a coffin to all you liars out there, all you quote scientific liars. Truth is coming out. It will not be suppressed for very much longer. So catch the wave of birefringence. Remember that word. It's going to revolutionize the world.